Welcome everybody back to Conversation Chronicles with your girl Tasha, checking in for yet another episode where we're going to talk about this relationship talk. Listen, today I'm recording. I don't know when I'm going to post it, but it happens to be one of my favorite holidays. It's Christmas. So Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, and happy holidays for all of you. Through the New Year's, I can't wait for 2021 to come. I know some exciting things that I have planned in my life, and I'm just believing God for. And I know you are ready. Family, are you ready to get out of 2020? Well, I am, and I'm just hoping I'll see you on the other side. But I said, let me get on here. This will probably be my video for the year of 2020 before I come back in 2021. But listen, I just recently heard I think it was a sermon where I think his name was Pastor Henderson. I'm not sure. Henderson, but he was talking about a conflict and how to manage stress. But when he had some key points that he discussed about conflict and relationship, and I said, oh, let me put my spin on it. And I wanted to bring you some of these points. Now listen, the holiday season has been here. Some of you, when you gathered for Thanksgiving, didn't you? You had some family gatherings for Thanksgiving safely, social distancing style. Isn't that something? Like even right now, I'm not even going to be meeting with a whole bunch of family because of this COVID pandemic, but we're going to get through this. And I'm here for you because I wouldn't be your girl if I didn't come with some tidbits on how to get around this episode topic, meaning conflict. And so when it comes to conflict in relationships, it can come in all different types, forms, and shapes, right? And this can run not just for like intimate relationship or family relationship, but it also can go for work, any context you might be in, okay? Work, family, friends, foe, okay? All of those relationships, they bring a different source of conflict. So I had a couple of points I wanted to come on here because I was tickled when I was listening to this. I said, you know what, this makes too much sense, so I got to bring it to the family. So here it is. So when it comes to conflict and you come across the person that is, you come across a person that is being difficult, right? The point made too much sense. You got somebody that's all riled up for no reason, and you could just be sitting there like you sipping your tea, having a good old time wherever you are. And what happens? Somebody comes up on you, this, that, and the third. I don't like it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, reading you all the rights. Okay? And it was unwarranted. Oh, and maybe it was warranted, but don't worry about it. We'll never tell. And maybe it was warranted, maybe it wasn't. He gave a point. One point said, listen, ask questions to difficult people. So let me think about that. And it made too much sense. So when you have somebody coming at you and they want answers now, they're like all in your face. They're all about it, rah, rah, and they're elevated, blood pressure up, probably foaming at the mouth. Y'all seen them, y'all know them people. Y'all know them people when they going off, they can't even catch their breath. They winded. Okay. He was saying never match their intensity, right? Never match their level of intensity because really they're looking like a fool and they're going to bring you in and you will look foolish. I heard someone say from a distance, when you see two people arguing, you can't tell who's the fool and who's not. So she chooses not to argue with people, especially in public. Don't people like to act up as soon as you get in public? Because when it comes to shit, I won't say a word. We in public? Okay. That's what you gonna do that? How y'all doing? You watch everybody walking by. Y'all know y'all do it. Anyway, that point that was made was never match the intensity and ask a question. I said, so how does this work? Sound easy enough to me. Listen. Boop, 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 boop. I don't like what you did. I don't like what you said. You was being smart. I don't like it. And they yelling. Here it is. Okay, I hear you. Why are you talking to me like that? If that one right there don't get you, this one might. Where's all this coming from? I mean, you can do any of them, but what it does is it calms them down because how are you going to respond with intensity with somebody that relaxed? I'm confused. And this is my favorite one. Can you just slow down for me and say that again? Who you you've been arguing with, and they mess around and turn around and say, can you just say that again? Because it was just, you just threw so much at me. Moving on. Okay, another point is that when you're dealing with conflict in relationship, another point is you could also just divert. You could just flat out, when it comes to friend, family, foe, okay, and even on work. Listen, they coming at you. It's a heated argument, discussion. First of all, it's not an argument yet because you're not going back and forth with them. They're coming at you, heated discussion. Here it is. You can respond with one of these. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Did you see so-and-so break whatever happened, right? Oh, I didn't see it. You seen it. But it's still, you could just be like, oh, I didn't see it. Not that you're lying, but you can say you didn't see the whole thing. And this is another good one. Yeah, I'm not sure. All of those work. I don't know. Staying out of it. Oh, I didn't see it. I'm not sure. I didn't see the whole picture. Don't lie now. Girl, I'm not telling you to lie. You can stay out of it. Why? You see it with kids all the time, right? If you're in a family with lots of kids, they have siblings. Listen, within the family dynamic, what happens? Did you? Who put the bread in the freezer? Kids will show you how to do it the best. They'll be like, oh, I don't know. You don't know who did it? You don't know who did it. You was in here. I didn't see it. Huh? Come on. This is a way to de-escalate or just keep yourself out of conflict, to argue another day. You got to pick and choose, family. What's another one when it comes to your friends? Now, here it is. I got a story for y'all. So I'll never forget. Your girl, I'll be telling it. I have a friend. If she watching, I ain't gonna bust you out, but you know what you did, girl. So I was in a relationship, and we was all, college, everybody going to college, everybody going to parties, whatever, back in the day. And my girlfriend, she saw one of my boyfriend at the time, she saw him at this college party, allegedly cheating, all in this girl face, looking like they was dating and everything. I wasn't there. So, we sent intel out. So my girl, she was like, oh, I'm at so-and-so party. And I was like, what? I was like, what's going on? I want to say take pictures, but she's like, I can't. And they over there doing this, that, and that. Girl, I know you. You did it. And she was giving all the tea. And so I was like, oh, so the next time I saw him and I was waiting, I was like, how was the party? And I brought it up. So I came straight for it. I didn't mess with it. I was like, I heard you was at the party. You was so-and-so. Y'all was booed up, blah, blah, blah. Conflict, right? So here it is. He used it on me. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to say it again. I said, I had all the receipts. I was like, and she looked like this, and y'all was doing this, and this is where y'all were, and you ain't going to sit here and lie to me, and you called. And this man was like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. That wasn't me. Well, if your friend, and this is where it goes both ways. And then I was like, oh, so I'm going to call my friend. I'm going to keep the name out. And she's going to tell me, I bet. So I call on three-way. I was like, boop, 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 boop. I was like, hey, so tell me again, you on speaker. So what happened? Family, I was thinking my wing girl was going to be like, yes, I saw you do this. You can't lie. This happened. That happened. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever it was, I thought she was going to tell the story the same way she told me. This thing hit me with the non-conflict response and was like, oh, I don't know. What? I said, what you say? We ain't talked for weeks. I was like, I said, what are you talking about? You just told me you saw so-and-so do so-and-so. She was like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe she got it wrong. Maybe it wasn't him. I was like, how in the devil are you going to change it up now? Anyway, that's an example of how friends can use the I don't know, I'm not sure, I didn't see it, maybe I got it wrong, whatever. I was so high off of that. Moving on. So at work, right? At work, you can use that as well. It really works because how many of y'all know, I don't know the type of environments y'all work in, but I tend to work in environments where if you see something, you need to say something. That's how you do it. But when it comes to things that are you know, there's no immediate threat and nothing's wrong, you just don't want to be involved in the hoopla and all the he say, she say nonsense. Listen, it's okay to be like, I'm just not sure. Just stay out of it. Well, I remember I had a coworker, oh my goodness, where I was like, I'm gonna send you an email. She was the secretary to my boss, right? I'm going to leave. I got to take care of something. Send her an email. Thing was like, when my boss asked, why you leave without, why you leave without telling me? I was like, oh, cool. In my mind, I'm thinking, I got it covered. I was like, I sent your secretary an email. He was like, she said she don't got it. So I said, call her in here because I know this girl got it. What you think she did, y'all? She did it to play it cool. This thing was like, oh, I didn't receive that. Yeah, I didn't get that. To stay out of it. I couldn't believe it. The short is long. Y'all know I'm police. I'm an investigator. I'm going to figure it out. So I went to the tech department, was like, go ahead and pull up this email and see what day and see if it was open and received. Thank you. I come back a receipt. So I won that one. But she still did I don't know. I'm just going to stay out of it. Anyway, moving on. So another point that was mentioned was when it comes to conflict and people coming at you, this happens in like, it could be in a couple when you got a third party. It could be a friend. It could be family getting in marriages. Oh, that's the worst. We need to just stay out of that stuff. When it comes to that, you can literally choose to avoid conflict by saying things like, by never answering the question. So, you have two people in front of you arguing, going back and forth, right? And they're like, what you think? Ain't that crazy? Or do you think that's wrong? What would you do? What would you say? I ain't not answer that. What you can do is never answer a question. And this really resonated with me, that you were not privy to the history before the situation occurred, privy to the actual details, where all you see is what's in front of you and all the emotions, and anybody could be getting the story twisted. Never answer the question. So next time somebody come to you and say, well, what you think? No. You said, did you see him or how you feel about it? I don't know. I'm just going to stay out of it. Why do you want to stay out of it? You want to stay out of it because it's, whole relationships break up off of that. It's a reason why when you get married, it says that the man, cleaves to the wife, because at the end of the day, when family and friends get in it, we get in these relationships and then we invite our family in. And then the moment we make up, the family's still sitting there brewing. They still like, you put me in there. I chose you. I went on your side. Now your spouse, your mate, your significant other, now they mad at me because I defended you. Now they feel like I don't like them. Fruit of the poisonous tree. Moving on. Okay, so when it comes to that, you never want to butt in a relationship because you don't know the big picture. You want to be neutral, especially if you're family and especially if you're friends, because if you're a friend, a close friend, you're going to be there and it just makes it uncomfortable, especially with gatherings, especially this holiday season. Moving on. Another way that you could avoid conflict is never allow someone to back you in the corner. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm glad you asked. When you are being backed in the corner, it will look like something like this. Didn't you say? No, I heard what you said. I know that she said it. You did it. I saw you. You not gonna lie. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. All, and they throw all these. And they're not really asking questions. They're telling you. They're telling what you did. They're telling you how they feel. And they're telling you all. They're setting the record straight. And at that point, they're doing more talking than listening. You're being backed into a corner. So this is how you get out. Now, don't listen to your girl. Don't listen to your girl if you're not about that life. Because if you're not about that life and you really feel like you need to know what's coming afterwards. If you're being backed into a corner, honesty is the best key. What's wrong? To easily calm someone down, the first thing you can do is be honest. If somebody's saying they saw you do something and you said something, they heard what you said, because so-and-so, he, she, say, right? Okay. Here it is. I said it. What they gonna do? What they gonna do? I knew you said it. What they gonna do? Confirm it? We gonna double confirm? Okay, I said it. Okay, be about that life though, because that could come with some more arguing. And if they say something, okay, now your girl, my favorite one is, y'all ready for this? Wait, everybody can't do what I do. So don't do what I do, do what you do. But I'm just giving you examples that may work. But for me and my level of authority that I walk in the room with, I'm not playing with you. I'm not about to sit there and argue with you. I'm not about to go back and forth. I'm not about to play the radio, whatever you want to call it. You come at me with the he say, she say stuff, I'm going to hit you with one of these. Okay, Ann. Do you see that? You see how simple? Okay, Ann. Okay, and you can say, look, okay, Ann, what's your point? Okay, and your point is? Or you could just look at them confused. Why do you even have to respond? Give one of these numbers. That one always works, because if you're looking confused, they'll always address it. You sitting there like, and they be like, what you looking confused for? And then they'll answer the question for you and help you with your lack of confusion. After that, you could still choose to say nothing. I'm just saying. Blah, 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 blah. You said, I don't like it. They could be walking around the house, going back and forth, complaining, arguing, all of that shenanigans, throwing stuff, breaking stuff. Sit right there. Go get you some tea. Go, some tea. Sip it. Sip your tea. Right. Mm-hmm. Now, depending on the level of maturity, they might escalate because you're not responding, but that's not your business. You can't control them, but what you can control is how you can stay wrinkle-free, okay? And you can look youthful by not following up. Find yourself doing stuff and saying stuff that you wouldn't normally say, and then you regretting it later. No, not she. Those days are over. This is a new season, right? I'm trying to help the family out because I'm helping myself out. And last but not least, before I get out of here, I want to leave you with the thought that right along the lines of not saying anything, listen, when it comes to you getting into a conflict, with all jokes aside, at the end of the day, a lot of times you feel like you have to respond and you have to defend yourself. You're being defensive. You feel disrespected. Come on, we all been there. She don't do disrespect. Did you just try me? Oh, so you just gonna disrespect me? Or if it's two people watching, come on, people that like to do stuff and say stuff when they feel like it's an audience watching. All the people that's trying to get attention, trying to embarrass you, calling you out your name in front of a crowd, whatever it is, whatever. Think about it. Learn to shake it off. I know this is easier said than done, but learn to shake it off, because ultimately, why do you care so much about what they're saying? It comes from embarrassment. It comes from feeling threatened. It comes from feeling like, you have a sense of pride that is being they're tapping into your pride. Like you feel like you have to take back your I don't know, pick your face back up, whatever it is. Think about it. And I'm gonna leave you with this. If you were to respond to that annoyance, that conflict that's coming your way, there may be one person. There may be just you and your significant other in the house. The kids might see it if it's kids, but it just may be you and that person, okay? At the end of the day, especially if you live with them, you're going to wake up and see them again. So why are you going all in? Sometimes you got to let them have it. Now, if it's not just one person, say it's a crowd of people. Say it's 2 or 3 people. Whatever it is, that crowd is still, now here it is, going to give you less stress than if you pop off. If you respond sideways, if you take out the whole room, if you flip the furniture back, if you read them the Riot app, if you tell them, I'm about to set you straight, I'm talking about if you eat their face off with your words, you still lose, because 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen? Not only will there potentially be the police call, so now the police in your business and the neighbors and friends see your business, it's just bigger. And not to mention, depending on, the weight you hold in the world and, the authority that you've been given and responsibility, the church might know your business, your work gonna know your business. You might be on social media being embarrassed. It might have been videotaped, whatever it is. You're preventing, by learning to shake it off, you're preventing a bigger blow up. Longevity of stress is not worth a temporary moment of, I'm going to let you have it. Anyway, I hope you learned something. I hope you got something to take away. I really just wanted to get on here and just love on y'all a little bit. And anyway, if you thought it, I thought it. This is nothing new. I got to free people. But I'm going to be the one to say it. Until I see you face to face or in the same space. Anyway, I'll see y'all when I see y'all.